Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into how to isolate different networks using VLANs in OPNsense. And if you don't know what OPNsense is, it is basically an open source firewall and a routing platform. In my case, I'm using it to keep IoT devices, guests, and internal systems on a separate network. And if that is something you would like to do, this is the guide for you. So what exactly are VLANs? Or virtual local area networks. VLANs or virtual area local networks allow you to segment your physical network and your physical device into multiple logical networks without extra switches or hardware. In an enterprise environment, this is perfect for isolating devices for security, performance, and policy reasons. I would like to focus on the security aspect. Let's say this is like your typical network a home user would use. So you have your internet coming into here, which connects to an access point which your service provider has provided you with. So let us say, access point which has the Wi-Fi. So let's call this our home Wi-Fi. Not the best writing, but okay. And let's give this a network of 192.168.0.1, so 24/7 mask. And now you have your main workstation connected to this network. And let's say this has an IP of 192.168.0.10. Okay, you can't see it down there. But now, let us say you have a guest that comes in and for some reason they haven't got an antivirus on their laptop, and the other bad thing is they download a lot of pirated movies from all these dodgy websites and they have their laptop infected and they are connecting to your home Wi-Fi. So this is them connecting to their guest with their guest laptop. And it gets the IP address of 0.11. As you can see, both of them are now on the same network. They have the same IP address range, and a malicious software or bug or virus on this infected guest machine can actually see your whole network and can see your workstation. So what happens now is that this virus can infect your whole network and mainly your main workstation. And when that happens, that's it. It's pretty much gone. Virus can actually encrypt your hardware or delete your important files if they are not backed up, and also if you don't have an antivirus running too. So a better way of isolating your network would be to keep your home devices safe and away from your guest Wi-Fi. And to do this, you can use VLANs. So this is how it would look like. This connects to your firewall, which in our case is OPNsense. Then we set up one port. We'll also have a switch in play, which will have different ports. One port that connects this, and you can have an access point connecting you, AP, and let's say another access point connecting here, AP. So this one can be our home, and this one can be for the guest. The firewall will configure VLAN 10 and VLAN 20. And on the switch, we will be doing, so all this traffic will be actually coming down the same infrastructure. So the same interface, same cable, but they're tagged as VLAN 10 and VLAN 20. And we will make sure that we can tag this one as VLAN 10. So say V10 and this one as V20. So even though they're using the same device in the same Ethernet cable, these two networks are completely different and they won't be able to communicate with each other. So this one cannot see this one and vice versa. That's because of explicit firewall rules that will be added in to deny traffic. This can obviously be changed, but if you want to keep your networks isolated, then you should make sure that there's a deny traffic rule in place. So for this tutorial, I will be simply setting up an interface on my top 10 N100 box. So I currently have 1, 2, 3, I think one's the WAN, one's another LAN. I have another LAN actually, I have LAN 2. And this is the port that we will be configuring in this tutorial. I'll make it LAN 3 and we will give it a VLAN of 20. So VLAN 20. So to start off with the configuration, let's head to our OPNsense portal. So first things first, I'll need to set up the interface, give it an IP address, and then we can set up the VLAN. So you'll have to go to interfaces, assignments. That's the only interface that's free right now for me. So give it a description of LAN 3. Save that. As you can see, the other interfaces are green because I've actually got them connected up and they have an Ethernet cable into them, whereas LAN 3 is actually empty, so that's why it has the red icon. So once that's done, go over to interfaces on the left and you'll be able to see LAN 3. Click on that, enable interface, and now we can give it an IP address range. So let's give it a static IPv4 172.16.0.1. You can give it the 192 or the 10.1 IP address range, private IP addresses, but I'm going with 172.16.0.1 in this case. Save it, apply changes. So currently this interface IP is set as 0.1 and we have 254 IP addresses to play with. And next step would be to enable DHCP so that devices connected onto this port or onto the switch will get the IP addresses allocated automatically. So go to services, ISC DHCP version 4, go to the LAN 3 which we just created, enable DHCP on the LAN 3 interface, and here it shows you the available range. So we have 12254. So let's do 172.16.0. Let's give it from 100 to 200. So that's the range is set. Make sure to save it. Okay, there doesn't seem to be an apply option on this one. Now the LAN 3 interface, the physical interface is set up. If you connect a device onto this network, onto the switch port, or onto this OPNsense firewall port, you'll be allocated an IP address between 172.16.0.100 and 16.0.200, anything between that. So now we would like to set up the VLAN, and we'll set up the VLAN 20 on this interface. So for this, you go down back to interfaces and go to devices, VLAN, and you click the plus icon right here. Let's name this VLAN 0.20. And obviously you can have multiple VLANs on each interface. But as this is just a tutorial, I will be setting up a new VLAN on this new interface that we have created. Because I currently have, let's go back 1 second. currently have VLAN 10, which is already set up on my LAN 2 interface. So the parent will be the new interface that you have created. In my case, it is LAN 3. Give it a tag of 20. I think that's right. Yes. Let's name this VLAN 20 as a description. So once you have clicked on apply changes, head over to assignments. And here we have VLAN 20. Here the description of VLAN 20. Let's add that. Let's click save. And now you'll be able to see it just down here in the left-hand column, VLAN 20. So once again, it's the same process what we did for the physical interface, we did for the virtual interface. Enable it, give it a static IPv4 address. So over here we'll get 172.16.20, just so that we know that's a VLAN 20.1. And we'll give it the same subnet range of /24. Save. Click apply. Same process, give it a DHCP, enable DHCP service. So go down to services, ISC DHCP version 4, VLAN 20, enable DHCP, and we give it the same range like the last octet, 172.16.20.100, 172.16.20.200. Click on save. And now we have completed the configuration on the OPNsense. Just for, I think, good measures, we'll give it a reboot so that everything is in play and nothing is like stuck anywhere. So we'll just go to power and give it a reboot. We're currently done with the setup on the OPNsense firewall. The next part is to actually configure your switch to allow VLAN tags of VLAN 20 to be accepted. So I'm currently using a Netgear switch, which is 8 port. It's a very small, basic like Homelab switch. So I'm going to go to VLAN, advanced, 8021Q, advanced options, create, okay, VLAN 9020, add that, okay, there you go. So for the VLAN membership, VLAN 20, port 6 to carry the VLAN 20 tag. Click on apply. The other configuration that you need to do on your switch will be the port PVID. So the laptop was connected on port 6 and I give that the PVID of 20 so it can get the VLAN 20 tag on the switch. I will head downstairs to my little home lab, which is underneath the stairs, and plug in a laptop and see if it actually gets the IP address. Okay, so this is my port 3, which I just configured to be LAN 3, and port 7 will be used for be connected to port 7, and then I'll connect my port 6 to my laptop. Okay, so first let me check if this laptop doesn't have any IP configuration already in place. Okay, connect my cable now. And this should automatically pick up VLAN 20. And there you go, so it's 172.16.20.100. So this is the DHCP IP address. With the current configuration, your VLAN 20 will be pretty much isolated, because if you go down to firewall and rules, and if you go down to VLAN 20, the no VLAN 20 rules are currently defined. All incoming connections on this interface will be blocked until you had a pass rule. Exceptions for automatically generated rules may apply. So over here you will need to add rules. This would obviously be depending upon your own circumstances. So if you want access to the internet, you'll have to place a rule over here to access the main WAN interface. And the other thing is, if you want access to maybe another VLAN that you've created, you'll have to add it in here. Your networks are now isolated using VLANs in OPNsense, so you don't have to worry about your guest that has their virus affected machine onto your network, as the room for damage will be isolated only to the guest network and not your main network. If you found anything remotely useful in this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more tech videos. It helps me make more VLANs on my home network. And if you're wondering how to get started with OPNsense, you may want to check out this video out here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.